Hi everybody, this is Limitless KRGN and we're doing another toy review, and this is from the Monsterverse, and this is technically from the company HIYA, Godzilla King of Monsters 18cm mobile figure model. And again, this is from a company in China called HIYA. Now they've been around for a couple years already. They're still a pretty new company. I've seen them. They've done RoboCop, Dredd, and this is like the comic book themed Judge Dredd. Terminator. I think I said Aliens, but I'll say Aliens again. Godzilla, and I think they're stretching their new stuff to like even like GI Joe. Um, like I said, they did the first version of Godzilla from 2014, and a lot of people liked it, liked the figure, and a lot of people were like trying to sell it for a pretty penny because at the time the company didn't sell to the U.S. You had to buy it through a second or third company, and they had they were charging more, so they were very hard. Over the years, I noticed that they're starting to now branch out to even to the U.S., and that's really cool. This is the first year I actually saw them promoting some figures, pre-orders and prototypes at Comic-Con. They had the King Monster Zero King Ghidorah from the movie Godzilla King of Monsters. They look really cool, and that one actually has articulated closed arms, wings, actually, I'm sorry, wings, and it looks cool. And then they also have other monsters that you have never seen NECA or even SH Monster Arts make from the Godzilla universe, from the movies, and they look really cool. I hope they stretch out to the classic Godzilla and like the other Godzilla movies, not just the American ones. I hope they do, because honestly, this is like a cross between NECA and SH Monster Arts, and their prices is not bad. Now, of course, I'll tell you how much I got it and where I got it. And they're really like stretching this version of Godzilla out. Like they literally have the old version prototype one from 2014, and they have They have like two other variant color versions of this one. But yeah, I am pretty excited. Like I said, I actually saw the prototypes of the figures they have They had the Moto figure, the female, and I think I don't remember, I saw the male, but I definitely saw the female, and it looks so freaking cool, and I really want to get it. I always been a fan of that design, how the way they look like a moth or a bug type creature. It looked really cool, and then the noise they made, it was really cool. And then the whole magnetic like shockwave, that's their attack. They literally shut everything down with magnetic pulse. But yeah, so of course I tell you how much and where I got at the end of the video, but like I said, this is from the company HIYA, Asian company. Now, of course, my box is already open because I actually opened this baby up to look at the figure itself. Right here, it tells you the basic stuff, information about it. Also, you guys can see, it also has their website. Now, it's cool. Now they're letting you pre-order from China over here, and that's really cool. Now, let's get a better look. Now, I'm giving you a warning. Now, this thing doesn't come with any accessories. Well, this one, I know the other ones maybe do, I'm not sure, but this one does not come with any accessories, not with any atomic breath, something like that, but I don't mind, because just looking at this photo right here looks really sick. So, let's get a better look at the figure itself, and yeah. Alright guys, this thing is heavy. Not like heavy, but I feel like it's a little bit heavier than, for sure, a SH Monster Arts figure. It has like the same kind of weight to a NECA, I guess, but also has a little bit of lightness to it, so it's like between both, again. So let's actually get a better look at the figure, well, the paint in the scope on this figure. Paint-wise, it's not bad. It has some unique weatherness to give it like the inner skin of it. And then the scope on this is not bad. And then the scales, the horns of the back, looks really good. And it actually has the little like detail of because it shows you that he can breathe underwater, so he has those kind of scale, like the fish scales, or I don't know exactly what it's called, but they actually added that, and it's really cool. Again, you can see the inner skin has like a kind of like a pinkish. I think that's like, I guess, is the inner skin of when it comes to the shell of his body. just came out. And yeah. Let's get a better look at his face. The scope on this is really nice. I don't know if I could capture his eyes, but they really did a good job in the eyes. You can see like the little black eye and the brown. I don't know if you can capture there. The teeth sadly, it's kind of blended in with the skin. I wish that was painted a little bit more like his actual teeth. But man, the scope on the face itself, it's really nice. I like it way better than the NECA or the SH Monster Arts figure version. Yeah, they did a really good job. I just wish they painted the teeth, because you could tell. I don't know if you can catch on my camera, but you can actually see detailed, nice sculpted teeth. But because it's blending them with the skin of the figure, you can't really appreciate that. And I imagine they actually did paint it out, or just a little bit lighter. You can see the scope on it, and it looks not bad. And he does have a little art. I don't know if you can, a little bit of articulation in the tongue. That's cool. That's really cool. And I noticed from the first one that came out years ago, they took out that little weird circle thing in the mouth. I like that. They took that out. Alright, so now let's actually test the articulations. First, starting with his hands. They are a little stiff, but he does have almost a hole like around. You guys can see that can go all the way around, like that. And this side comes up. Don't know why. He does bend right there. You guys can see that. Again, this side of the hand's loose. Don't know why. I don't mind. I don't care. This side, of course. His head looks literally from his face part to each part. That means it's all one bolt. I think like a long ball joint, if I'm not mistaken. But it does have a not bad articulation. I don't want to turn it all the way because I don't want to put pressure on the ball joint. It could break. And that's for any figure, even SH Arch figures. Lately, the Monster Arch figures have been breaking the ball joint. So I'm just showing you not the difference. Now, he does have a little bit of swivel here, but it is stopped by the design of his body. But it feels like it does have some articulation there. Now, his legs do spread out. And it does move forward pretty good, actually. That's really cool. You guys can see that. He does bend. Like here you guys can see that. So he does have like a little bit of like articulation right here. Not much. Again, if like this thing feels like it can do more, but it's limited because of the scope. So just keep that in mind. He does have a bowl kind of joint here. No articulation on the feet, but who cares? I don't care. Tail wise, what I can see is he has a bowl joint here. Right here they do move a little bit, but actually another bowl joint there, another bowl joint here, maybe right here bowl joint, and bowl joint. I could be wrong, but I think the last part is like those bendable wire kind of part. I feel like that, or maybe it's just one huge chunk of plastic rubber. Like, yeah, you know what? The more I think of it, the more I think it's just one huge like rubber part right there. So he does have bowl joint 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ball joints on his tail. That's pretty amazing, actually. Not bad. But yeah, that's really cool. This thing is sick. And again, his his hand does come off. Mine's, I don't know why, but yeah. Now, a lot of people like having him in that pose when he's underwater and he's swimming. You ever seen the 2019 Godzilla? That scene when they're like, they're in his lair kind of area in the water in the ocean, and then they have like a base under, and it's so cool. You see him from far, and you see him like he's glowing, and it's like the closer he gets, when he literally passes right in front of the water screen. Like, it's a really cool, sick scene. Yeah, it's a really cool scene. And there he is with him in his kind of like swimming scene. Now, what I heard about the first one that came out, that there was a huge gap here, and a lot of people hated that. And on this one, it seemed like they fixed the problem with that. So you can have him posing like literally like he's swimming in the water. And again, that scene in the 2019 was really cool, especially with the guy. They're like an underwater base, and then like there's this huge window to see the ocean, and you see him swimming from the far. You're like, oh hell no! It's such a cool scene. I liked. I don't know if you like watching the movie again, but yeah. So that's it. Now I don't have any other figure to compare it. I used to have the NECA version, and I used to have the SH 2019 version, and I sold those two because I was just always kind of disappointed the way it is, and I'm happy I did because I finally. So I'm telling you now, my thoughts only that of so far this company has done like the best for me. I don't know other people probably think no, I like their NECA, no, I like the SH Monster. That's fine. That's their opinion. But for me, I really think this company did such a good job. I'm happy that I got this figure because I'm not gonna sell this baby. I'm gonna keep him. He's like the closest to captured of that version of 2019 Godzilla, and I'm happy for this. Alright guys, so that's it. Like I said, I'm sorry I don't have any other figure to compare it, but I'm just giving you my feel of it. What I honestly really like this figure. It really did. They really did this night a really great job. HIYA did just a heck of a job when it came to paintwork, articulation, scope. Now, like for really that wins it for me, it's the scope and the paint lines on this figure. It looks really, really dead on, close enough to the movie version. Now, let's talk about how much and where I got it. So, you guys are curious. They are selling this in their actual website. But they're selling it for, I think, their retail price for about $60, and then like another $20 or $30 shipping, so just keep that in mind. I actually got this through a seller on eBay, and I pre-ordered mine, and I actually got it for about $79, and that's with shipping included, and that was not a bad deal. Sadly, he's not selling it for that price no more. He's actually selling it for $100. That's how much pretty much people are selling it for now, $100, or about $80 to $100. Sometimes it's a good thing to pre-order because you do get a huge discount when it comes to stuff like that. So I would definitely, if you do want to get this in the future or any other figure that's not yet released and they're selling it pre-order, you should have it for like 20% less. So I would just do that. I actually pre-ordered this like literally the first week of July, and it got shipped like literally it got shipped the week that I was already preparing to leave to Comic-Con, and it got delivered that Friday. Was already in San Diego for Comic-Con, and I was pretty excited for it, especially when I actually saw it display at Comic-Con at the other's booth. And I'm like, yeah, I got it, and it got delivered. I got the confirmation, it got delivered. So like again, I got about just let me double check altogether with shipping, including everything, about $79.99 plus tax, so about $80, and that's with the shipping. So I got it for pretty much the price if you get it straight from them. And I prefer, it makes more sense to get it from the HIYA. It seems like, as right now I notice, their website is letting you buy it or pre-order stuff, because in the past I have tried getting a figure from them, and it wouldn't let me. So sadly, it will tell me your country is not available to be shipped. But I think as of right now, they changed. Now they're expanding, and that's really cool. I'm gonna be honest, this figure is really nice, and for the price, it's still affordable compared to SH Figure Arts. SH Figure Arts are just going higher and higher in price, and sadly, they're not getting great when it comes to the quality, and then the material of it. I don't know. I'm kind of disappointed with SH Figure Arts. I have a lot of their figures. But their new line that's been coming out lately has been just so sad and weak. I'm sorry, Bandai, but you gotta step it up. Tamashi, you gotta step it up. I know they're coming out with a new version of this one. I seen it. I'm not feeling it. I'm happy I'm going with this one. And HIYA is just coming out with more and more, and for a really good price. Not too expensive, not too cheap, just okay, So I hope this video helps you out. This is Limitless KRGN signing out. And like I said, any way to help the channel out, leave a comment, subscribe, put a thumbs up, any way to help the channel out. And I always say adios, and keep on collecting. Bye.